Oh, morning, students. Yesterday we had a good class. We studied the Cartesian product of two sets, and I told you few examples. Also told you to make exercise 2.1. If you would have seen that exercise very simple. One or two questions are just to know, and I am telling you only those. Question number fourth and see the third, where true false was asked. If A is equal to 1 2, B is equal to 3 4, then A cross B intersection phi is equal to phi. So we just have to tell that whether this statement is true or false. So if you go in the left hand side, you will feel that A cross B intersection phi. So what is B intersection phi? Look at B intersection null set. So whenever you will find B is this set and intersection is with the phi null set. So whenever you find the intersection, small set always comes. Meaning this time what will come? Phi will come. B intersection phi is itself phi. We need not see what is B. B may be anything, but phi is the smallest set. So B intersection phi is definitely common. So definitely phi is also here, and B intersection phi will come phi. And when you will find A cross phi, whatever A is there, but phi has no element. So you will find the answer. You won't get any element. But that very simple. A is the set 1 2. We want to make the Cartesian product with the phi, but phi has no element, so answer will be phi, meaning no element in that. So this sentence is true. The question was very small but meaningful. That's why I explained. We have a question on 9. Can you see? Ninth one. 9 says when n of A has A and B are two sets. A and B are two sets such that n of A has a 3 element and n of B has a 2 element, and few elements like x1, like y2, like z1, these are in A cross B. So find the A set and B set. This is so simple question but a meaningful. Let me explain that n of A equal to 3 and n of B equal to 2, meaning A set have 3 element and B set have 2 element. I ask you first one thing, that A cross B containing how many element? How many element? Definitely 3 2s are 6. Yesterday I taught you that A cross B has a 6 elements, and it is stated here that x1, y2 and z1, x1, y2 and z1 is in the set A cross B. But we know that A cross B has a 6 element. Only 3 elements are given. No matter. 3 elements are still high. And we are told that what is A set and what is B set. You don't afraid about this. Even though we just have given 3 element of A cross B, we can find out individually A and individually B. And that is so simple to identify. Look at the first element, X, Y and Z. And I taught you yesterday, search the first element will be A. So you just go through X, Y and Z. This is the set A. B will be definitely second element. This is 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So definitely 1, 2, 1, twice I can't write 1, that's why it's a 1 and 2. So if you will feel that A has a 3 element matched, B has a 2 element matched. Now, even though only 3 elements were given, but we can identify what is A and what is B by viewing, by watching by looking first elements, which is A, and second element, which is B. Even though we are not having all 6 elements, we are having just 3 elements, but we can identify. That is simple method. Let me skip here now few questions. Last question I will tell you, 10th one. Look at 10th question. It's very similar. Question says, when A cross A has 9 elements, try to understand, and which of -1, 0 and 0 and 1 are 2 elements of it. Find the set A, and find also A cross A. So totally it depends on A. So what is A? What is A? It is A cross A. This is very first important thing, that both sets are equal. A set, A cross A. Question says A cross A has 9 elements. It is saying about it. -1, 0 and 0, 1 are 2 elements, or elements of A cross A, meaning only 2 elements are given. But it has a 9 element. 7 are still hide. 7 elements are still hide. 2 elements are given only. Question says find the set A. So still not afraid about it. We should know one thing. A cross A has 9 element. Definitely A must have a 3 element. A must have a 3 element. Both sides are equal. And 3 into 3, 9. So A cross A must have a 9 elements. So we just have to predict initially that A is containing how many elements. And it is very simple to identify, because A cross A both are same set. When both have same set, definitely have an equal element. So it is a 9 elements. So one should predict it is 3 into 3. Now we just have to go with A. What is A? So I have taught you that first element is A. So -1 and 0. If you will say that it's -1 and 0. So what is this A? It's again same set. It is containing second element. So second element is 0 and 1. But if you feel that both are same set, we have to make one more set, which is actually combination of all. So -1, 0 also containing A, and A is containing 0 and 1. So 1 is also coming, 0 and -1. So all is in A, like that. It is not tough. You will feel that it's very easy. That A will contain first element, and that A will contain second element. But both are A, so just have to match all. Meaning -1, 0 and 1. So all is in A. So we make a single alone set for A. And then A is having 3 elements. It is stated. And another A is having a 3 elements, same element. And A cross A must have a 9 elements. If I say you that find the A cross A, which is told here. Find also A cross A. You can find out A cross A. So A, and once more I want to write for your convenience A. So A cross is -1, -1, comma, -1, 0, comma, -1, 1, comma, 0 and -1, then 00, then 0, 1, then 1, -1, then 1, 0, then 1, 1, and that's all. It's a 9 element. I think board was so easy. So this is a Cartesian product. Now I'll move on the next concept, which is important as far as exam is concerned also, and future also. So in class 12th it carries. So you guys read it carefully. Suppose now I'm telling you the new thing. The topic is relation and function, but it is after one. So first we'll go with relation. As a by the name it is very clear that it actually adopts some relationship between two elements of the Cartesian product. I will tell you one by one. Look at. Suppose we have two sets. Suppose it is x and it is y. That only the Venn diagram you know it. But this time I'm drawing the set by the circles and I will write some element in it. Like two sets we have x and y, and till now you have studied the x like that and y like that, and elements are written in x and y. This time I am making the circles and telling you. Suppose it is A, B, C, D and E. It is A, B, C, D and E. Here it is some name I am writing. Suppose I am writing Abha, I am writing Chetan, I am writing Bhanu, Amit, suppose Deepak, Sonu, and this only. So if you look here, that few elements I put here, few elements I put here. The X is the set of the alphabet and Y is a set of some names. These are two independent sets. So I ask you first that find x cross y. X cross y. So it's very simple. Cartesian product you know. So how to find Cartesian product? A, then Abha, one ordered pair. A, Chetan, A, Chetan, second ordered pair. A, Bhanu, A, Bhanu, third ordered pair. And I don't think that I need to tell you that how we find A cross B. You all know now. So A cross B having, X cross Y. So X cross Y having how many elements? You also know it. X having 5 elements, Y having 5 elements. So X cross definitely have 25 elements. 25 elements. That is not surprise. 5 5s are 25 elements. I am not writing all. I am not writing all because I am telling you the new thing relation. Now actually I am expressing the relation from X to Y. Meaning I am putting some condition in the element of X and Y. And I am not choosing all these elements, but I am choosing few elements of X plus Y which follow the particular relation. I am defining that. That relation shortly called small r. And the language is the relation I define, which is from X to Y, and I am saying that your relation, keep in mind, relation have a small symbol capital R, that is such that X tends to Y or to Y, you can say your relation defined from set X to set Y. What is still now knowing about relations? So relation is a foundation, a condition which I will put here for you. Suppose I am writing that this is suppose X and this is Y, element of X is X, element of Y is Y, such that X is the first letter of name Y. Now try to understand. X is the first letter of name Y. I want to speak something that X is the first letter of the name Y, meaning you just have to click that A will not match with C because it is starting with C, first letter of the name. First letter of the name have first letter A, C, B, it's a D, and it is S. Now try to understand A, C, B, D, S. These are the first letter. I have put the condition that I cannot take all the elements like 25 elements containing in x cross y, but I don't want all, I want only those elements which follow this condition. So this condition is x is the first letter of name y, meaning if you will put a, so a will match with a, abha, because it is first letter is a. A cannot match with C, A cannot match with B, A cannot match with D, A cannot match with S. So if I find that how many set in R now, this is a set builder form and this is roster form. You know the terminology now. This is a set builder form of the relation. This is a roster form of the relation. Then again I will put here same Cartesian condition, same ordered pair as I taught in x cross y. So if I ask something that what is R, you will have A will match with abha, because first letter x is the first letter of the name y, meaning these two will match only the condition when such a first letter which is matched with the same letter, like A abha will match with A will match with abha, B will match with Bhanu, definitely B will match with Bhanu, and C will match with Chetan, C will match with Chetan, and D will match with Deepak, D will match with Deepak. And after it I am closing the thing, because E is not having a matching with anyone, and even Sonu is having first letter S, but S is not here. So I am choosing only how many elements? 4 elements. I ask you one thing. Have you concerned about x cross y? It was containing 25 elements. And one should not forget that this all element also lie in x cross y, because x cross y is all possible, it is containing all possible these cases, like A Abha, A Chetan, A Bhanu, A Deepak, A Sonu, B Abha, B. You know that with all these, all name will come, and all 25 elements in x cross y. So these are not a special element. These elements also lying in x cross y, because x cross y is a big set. It is containing all the elements. And but this particular is a bounded, particularly at this set. Is this at this sentence? X is the first letter of the name y, meaning we have chosen only those ordered pair which will follow this one. And one should know that this R is subset of x cross y. You should not forget. Look at x cross y have a Cartesian product having 25 element, but R this time have a 4 element. So relation always subset of Cartesian product. Keep in mind that is a standard sentence now onward, that relation subset of Cartesian product. It is now specific definition. That what is the definition of R? I would say that if A and B are two sets, if A and B are two sets, so relation from A to B is none else, it is just the subset of A cross B. If A and B are two sets, what is the relation between A to B? A to B, the relation also in the form of the Cartesian product, also in the form of set. So this set is none else, but it is subset of A cross B. Like this time I defined x cross y having 25 element, and this is relation which is containing only 4 element, but these elements are not different because these all elements already containing in x cross y. So this is R which is in the form of set, this is x cross y, this again in the form of set. So this R will subset of x cross y always. So it's a definition that what is a relation? Relation is actually the subset of the Cartesian product. So this is two line, but very important line. When A and B are two sets, your relation, any relation can define from A to B, which is a none else, which is subset of A cross B. So that is very simple and important sentence which I have written here. Now let's look few important thing more. I ask you one thing. You wrote here that relation is subset of x cross y, and this sentence I created. You also can create your own relation from R to from x to y. Different relation can make. One thing, relation is always subset of x cross y. So as many element in x cross y, if you can count the subsets, that many you can find a relation. Again I speak one thing. Relation is subset of x cross y. How many relation you can create? See my, listen my last sentence. How many relation you can create? Meaning R is subset of x cross y. So as many subset in x cross y will have, that when you can create a relation. I ask you one thing, that x cross y having how many element this time? 25. How many subsets of x cross y? How many subsets of x cross y? You remember the first chapter I taught you the number of subsets. The number of subsets of in any set is 2 to the power n. 2 to the power n. Number of subsets are 2 to the power n, meaning 2 to the power 25. This is unbelievable. We can't count 2 to the power 25. But that many relation you can create from set x to set y. I am just making one. I have made here one. But if someone will ask you that how many relation you can create from x to y, you have a good answer that as many subsets in x cross y. So in x cross y, how many element? 25 element. How many subsets? 2 to the power n, 2 to the power 20. We cannot count, it is definitely very large in number. We cannot count, but we must know the concept that how many subsets? 2 to the power 25. How many relation we can create from x to y? 2 to the power 25. Meaning that much subsets, number of subsets in x cross y, that many you can find the relation from x to y. So that sentence keep remember, this very important sentence. Hope you have got little bit. Let me explain something in this board, because I don't want to rub it, and all I want to teach you with this particular diagram and so on. Look at, this is x, this is y, two sets, and relation you have got now in the roster form. This is a set builder form. This is a roster form. You have learned very important thing that are always subset of Cartesian product. One more thing which is to learn, that arrow diagram. You should know that this is nothing special, but by name it is clear. That is first representation of relation. That is second representation of relation. That is a third representation of relation. So what is very simple. Arrow diagram is what? Just you have to match A with Abha. A with Abha like that. B with Bhanu like that. C with Chetan like that. And D is Deepak opposite. So this picture is none else but it is a arrow diagram. Yeah, if you somewhere is it's only forming, you can find definitely R in a roster form easy. This is a particular actually you have to make just by viewing that what is the arrow diagram. Sometime it may come that this picture would have given, and you would definitely be told to find the relation in set builder form and roster form. So it is the task. Okay, now we'll see some more thing that you have seen. You have now heard the arrow diagram. You have known it now. You got it. Let me rub it out now. And let me tell you one more thing. The two important terminology I am telling you, the domain. Very important terminology now coming, because this word is actually gonna be fruitful to you in class 12th also. So domain is a very good sentence. Domain, what is the domain of relation? Which I defined here. See whole the case. So domain is the, look at the definition. Domain of relation is the set of first element of relation. Very simple. Domain is the domain of relation is none else but it is the set. Domain is also set, but of first element of the relation. So it is your sets. First elements, lots of first element, A, B, C, D, E, first element. These called first element, these called second element. These called first element and this called second element. So what is saying? Domain is the set of first elements of relation. Look at, this is relation. So first element is A, B, C, D. We can't take E because in under the relation, in not in set, but in under the relation, see first element A, B, C, D. These only first element A, B, C, D. This is your domain, capital D. Domain. If someone will ask you, what is the domain of relation? Don't see that whole set. Student confused. Sometimes student write A, B, C, D, E also. But don't write E. Because first element is A, B, C and D. So only write A, B, C, D, which is the domain. Now codomain and range. So first let me tell you the range. Range is again the set which is the set of second element. Second element. So second element meaning the image of A is Abha. So Abha I will write here. Then Bhanu I will write here. Then Chetan I will write here. Then Deepak I will write here. So second element is your range. Keep in mind, first element of relation is domain. Second element of relation is a range. And codomain is a new word. Codomain is again the set, but this is very simple. Codomain is a whole that second set. Second set. Keep in mind that whole set Y is a codomain. This matched second particular element is a range. This is A, B, C, D, 4 element which is actually including a relation is of the X is called the domain. So whole second set is called the codomain. So here it is Y I am writing simply just for understanding, but I would write what Abha, Chetan, Bhanu, Deepak, Sonu in the set. So keep in mind, what is domain? What is domain? First element of the relation. What is range? Second element of the relation. And what is codomain? Definitely whole second set. Whole second set. And look at range and codomain. Always range is a subset. Range, Abha, Chetan, Bhanu, Deepak, and codomain is a whole. So range always subset of the codomain. Range always subset of the codomain. Codomain. It may be also equal. It also may be equal. Range and codomain may be equal. Range, look at the diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the range. And whole is the codomain. So range subset of codomain. Sometimes range may equal to the codomain. So range subset of the codomain or equal to codomain. This symbol I have formed to you. Subset and equal. So this was an important topic today. I taught you what is a relation. How many relation you can form from X to Y. 2 to the power n. What is n? Number of element. Meaning first you have to find the number of subsets, then you can find 2 to the power n. N is a number of element. Right here in a x cross y, how many element it was? 25. So 25, 2 to the power 25 subsets may be there, and as many subsets you can create, that many you can find a relation from first set to second set. This is, and now domain, range and codomain. And arrow diagram, again I taught you. This is a set builder form of the relation. This is a Looster form of the relation. This is an arrow diagram of the relation. This is a domain. This is a range. This is a codomain. And lastly, range is subset to the codomain. So this is enough of the day. Tomorrow I will start a more new thing as which actually connected with the questions. Thank you.